Are you limiting yourself? Do you have disbelief in yourself? The cap that we set on ourselves, is it coming from a place of fear? Are we telling ourselves we can't do something because we are scared to do something? A lot of times we fall victim to this because one, a victim mindset, and two, art of the comparison. Are we falling into comparison of other people? Are we giving in to those negative thoughts? I just made a video about you are not your thoughts, and in this video I want to go a little bit deeper of how how you can be your thoughts. And in that video I talked about, in the previous video that I uploaded, I talked about, how we shouldn't give into our negative thoughts, and that we are not our thoughts, we are the reaction to our thoughts, and we should be an observer of our thoughts and not really just acting without intentionality. But that's to say, he who thinks he can and he who thinks he can't are both right. We are all put on here for a reason. We are all given a purpose. We all have something that God has called us to. But if we just have no action to that, if we just have this laziness, if we just have this victim mindset, this comparison mindset of, oh, I'm not good enough, oh, I'm not them, then you are your thoughts. You physically are your thoughts. Someone that thinks all the time is never going to get anything done. But the guy who actually does things is going to get it done. I know that's not the exact quote or saying, but I think you guys get the picture. Is the cap that we set for ourselves based on fear? Are we limiting ourselves because we don't know what the future holds? And obviously none of us know what the future holds. But if there is no action, there will be no reward. There will only be regret. And I'm not saying, regret isn't a word that I really like to use too much, but I'm not saying that we shouldn't live a life of no regret, but I am saying that we shouldn't live a life of regret of the things that we did not do. We all have choices. We all have choices of, the hard right or the easy wrong. Something that's gonna help our future self, help our self in eternity, or something that's gonna give us temporary pleasure. Whether that's a dopamine effect, whether that's something lustful. We are all given choices. We all have free will. It's just what we do in those times. Are we putting intentions behind our thoughts? I just talked about you are not your thoughts, and pretty good video. Maybe check it out if you didn't. But if what I'm saying here is kind of describing how you are, then you kind of can be your thoughts in the sense of a laziness mindset. And laziness is a sin. Laziness is not going to help us in any way. It's not going to help us for our tomorrow self. And I know a lot of times I do talk about living in the now, do talk about being intentional behind your thoughts, actions. And that's to say, we shouldn't not think about our future, but we shouldn't be so caught up about it that we're stressing about it, that we're worrying about it, right? We should be putting our worries and anxiety, fear on God, having faith in Him, and also having faith in yourself. If you are setting the cap based on fear, I don't think you have faith in yourself. Even if you don't meet that expectation, I'm not saying, have some crazy expectation, set it a little bit realistically, but don't be scared to push yourself. I feel like we all should be pushing ourselves. I feel like a lot of us, a lot of young people right now, a lot of us are kind of not worried about the future, and don't really care, and that can be a little frightening because we are giving in to the temporary pleasures and not worrying about our future self. And being present in the now, it may give you that. In Romans 12, it talks about not having hate in your heart, loving others, and also not being lazy and, working hard. Because laziness is a sin, whether you like it or not. I just want you guys to ponder on, what are you doing to help yourself? And is what you're doing to help yourself actually, is what you're doing what you think is helping yourself actually helping yourself, right? Maybe it's time to look in the mirror, maybe it's time to reevaluate, your day-to-day life, your day-to-day temporary pleasures, the choices that you make. Maybe it's time to, get a little bit more real. As of this recording, we're in June. We are in June. And I'm not even going to talk about the gym here, but a lot of y'all make goals for yourself and you didn't even start yet. We're halfway through the year and just fell back into the sin, just fall back into the laziness that you said you weren't going to do, and you told God you weren't going to do. Made a promise to yourself, made a promise to Him, and here you are, halfway through the year, still doing the same thing you did last year. So the goal is to not be our thoughts, to not be lazy. But if we are giving into the laziness, giving into the comparison, which I am going to make a video on in the future, that is not helping yourself in any way or form. It's you against you, getting 1% better every day, putting one foot in front of the other, and getting closer to God. And yeah, I just want to say that I am truly grateful for each and every single person watching this. I do really appreciate each and every single one of you guys. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys took something away from it. Treat yourself as if you were to help your younger self. Treat yourself as if you were to help somebody else. And be intentional behind every single thought or every single action. And get closer to God. That's the one right there. But yeah. I'll see y'all in the next one. I just realized after I recorded this that there was something that I forgot to say. But a lot of times we get thoughts that are like, I can't do that. I'm not like them. Who told you that, bruh? Who told you that? Why are you giving attention to that thought that doesn't help you? Sometimes we do get people who tell us we can't do it. We won't make anything out of ourselves. And it does suck, but we can't listen to those people. We can't let them take over the choices that we make. And that goes with our thoughts too, about what we think about ourselves. And if we are allowing those negative thoughts to take up more space in our mind, we give our energy to those thoughts, then we will think that they are actually true. Same thing as with someone that is telling us that, and we believe them. I'll take me for an example. Like, recording in the gym at first was a little scary, but now it's literally like I just take out the camera. I don't care how many people there are. I am respectful, but I still record. And some people look at me and I'm sure they're like, oh, what the heck is this guy doing? Or they probably make fun of me, and never say it to me. But honestly speaking, someone that is doing better than you will never hate on you. So if there is someone hating on you, then, just don't listen to them, because you're not trying to be like them, right? Now, there's a difference from hating or whatever. And also with your thoughts, like I was talking about in my last video. There are a lot of things in this world that are unseen, and the enemy definitely does put thoughts into our head. I'm gonna leave y'all with that, but whatever you feed is what grows. So don't limit yourself, and don't allow those thoughts to dictate what you're gonna do and what you're gonna do. Be you, bruh. Be you, and do what makes you happy, and do what's gonna make your future self happy and eternal self.